So our story today comes from the Grimm fairy tale genre. I don't know if it's actually Grimm fairy tale or one of the ones that kind of evolved over time. But it goes like this. Sister Goose and all of her family, her brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and cousins, found a wonderful meadow. The meadow was filled with grain. It was the end of the summer. Everything was ripe and delicious. And these geese who needed to fly south in a little bit needed to, bulk up. They needed energy for their journey. So they feasted on this meadow of delicious, fresh grain. They ate and they ate and they ate until their bellies were full and almost hanging down to the ground until they could barely waddle along. And they were so happy. Meanwhile, Brother Fox hadn't eaten in a while. His tummy was rumbling. He was really, really hungry. And as he walked past the entrance to the meadow, he smelled something delicious. It smelled like geese. So he turned and entered the meadow, hoping that he would have a feast today. Now the geese, who were stuck, kind of waddling slightly in the meadow, full of grain, they noticed Brother Fox, even though he was trying very hard to be quiet, and he was generally good at it, but the geese could see his big, fluffy tail and his pointy ears. They could see his sharp teeth, and they knew he had strong claws, and they started to get scared. Some of them started to shake and quiver. Some of them hid their little heads under their wings. Some of them started to cry. Sister Goose, she was scared too, but she took a deep breath and tried to figure out what to do. The thing was, they were all so full, they had eaten so much that they couldn't possibly fly. They couldn't get out of the meadow. You see, it was surrounded on three sides by tall cliffs. The only way in or out of the meadow was the path that Brother Wolf was now standing on. They were trapped. What could they do? So Sister Goose called out to Brother Wolf, and she said, "Brother Wolf, I see that you have come for dinner. I'm wondering if you would let us say a prayer before you eat." Brother Wolf thought about this, and he thought that maybe a little spiritual sustenance would help the geese taste even better. So he said, "Yes. Take a moment to pray. While you're praying, I'm going to look around for which one of you is the plumpest so that I know where to start." Brother Wolf wasn't very nice. So Sister Goose gathered wings with all of her cousins and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters in a big circle of geese. And they began to pray, wobble, 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 wobble. And as they prayed, they started to sway a little bit because their prayers were rhythmic, wobble, 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 wobble. And they kind of danced a little, wobble, 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 wobble. And as they did this, Brother Fox started to feel a little sleepy, wobble, 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 wobble. And he found that just this motion that the geese were doing and the quiet wobble, wobble, wobble of their prayers just lulled him off to sleep. And there he was, Brother Fox, just snoring in the middle of the path. Of course, the praying and the moving had helped the geese digest all the food they had eaten. And now they were able to walk right past Brother Wolf, out of the meadow, out of the valley, to safety. And as they walked past the sleeping wolf, they noticed something. They noticed that his claws did not seem as strong when he was snoring, and his teeth did not seem as sharp when they got very close. Thank you for listening to my story this morning.